Hey guys, this is CHEN. So I just got off the phone with one of my employees about how to conduct cold call because for the past couple days she hasn't been able to book appointments. So the most important thing about conducting cold call is you have to set up a quota for you. So for me today, I made a couple hours phone call, and my goal for every day is at least book one appointment. So sometimes, it's really not how many phone calls that you call, how many people you talk to, it's really how many appointments you book, right? So sometimes I would hop on the phone and I would be able to, book an appointment on the first person I talk to. And some other days, I would get on the phone for, probably 3 hours, even 4 hours. And that finally I was able to get, an appointment. So the key is that you have to set a quota every day, because if you that's just think about this. Okay, so if you are able to hop on the phone every day, and if you're able to book a appointment every single day, then you're gonna make $1 million for sure. So that's something that's very powerful, right? That's like it's basically give you the chance to give you the opportunity to control your own life, control your destiny, right? So which is what I'm doing now. So I tell myself every day I have to book at least one appointment a day. So basically I have full control of my destiny. I have full control of how much money I can make, right? So the key about the reason I want to talk to you guys is because I haven't been able to, my employee, she hasn't been able to book appointment for a couple of days. So I called her and on the phone, and she seemed to be discouraged. She's saying, oh, all the people I talked to, they already listed their home, they scream at me, they're really angry. Then I told her, hey, so if you're doing a phone call, if somebody that's yelling at you, that's screaming at you, you don't need to listen to it, right? You just hang up right away, because we cannot make people do what they don't want to do, right? So all we're doing is, when we're doing the cold call, is we're just going through all the contacts until we reach somebody that really wants to sell, that's willing to talk with you, that's willing to book appointment. Because there's no way you can make people do what they do not want to do. So the only thing you can do really is so all you need to do during the cold call is go through as many numbers as possible, until you reach somebody that's willing to talk to you, that's willing to book appointment, or that's willing to sell their property, right? So the key is, obviously the best contact is the people with a cell phone. So because the cell phone, that means most likely the contact is valid, right? Especially when the number, when the name fit the homeowner's information, then that most likely that's the right number. So what I do is I text them and I tell them, hey, I have this many buyers looking to buy a home in this area, and give me a call, and this is the address that I'm calling about. So I text them and then I call them, and so that's the best contact. So the second best contact is so obviously, because I'm not just calling on homes, I'm also calling on commercial properties too. So many of the commercial properties, the owners, they are companies. So so before you call the owners that are companies, it's probably best to call the owner that are individual first. So basically, number one priority, homeowners that are individual with cell phone number. Second best priority is homeowners that names are name of individual and with landline. Landline is okay too, because nowadays not that many people use landline, right? So if people still using landline, that means it's probably older people, because older people, they're still using landline, and also older people, they tend to be more likely to sell the property because they're getting ready to retire. So today I figure out, I get on the internet to share with you guys on what's the most efficient way to get through the cold call and to be effective. And I've been doing cold call for many years. I'll share with you something really funny. So when I first started working in real estate, back then I just got out of the military, and I got my license when I was like 19 years old. So the first company I went to, it was in Coldwell Banker, and the office manager, his name was Bob, and he was former LAPD. So when I first got there, so he drove me a phone book, and he said, just call, start calling. So then I sit down and I start calling, and I was calling like around 5 or 6 or 7 p.m. I forgot the exact time. And there's one guy that he picked up the phone and he was really pissed off, and he started yelling at me. So initially I was really taken aback. I feel kind of intimidated, and I stopped doing cold call for a while. But this is already that was like 20 years ago. So I got my license in 1999. So nowadays I have a good understanding of how to correctly do cold call. So I'm not scared by the confrontation at all, because there's a very easy way to overcome this fear of this kind of confrontation. Is that like for Bruce Lee, right? When Bruce Lee is fighting, when people try to punch him, all he does is step aside, and then he find a opening to attack. So when you step aside, you're able to let the energy pass by you instead of facing the energy face to face. So when you're calling on the cold call, you can think of it the same way like this. So let's say if you pick up the phone and somebody starts to yell at you, all you gotta do is think about yourself stepping aside. So let the energy go by you, and instead of confronting the energy. So that's one way. So obviously the easiest way to be not affected emotionally is just to hang up the phone, because when people start yelling at you, that means probably they're not interested in selling anyway. They're probably not interested in talking to you. So there's no way you can force people to do what they do not want to do. So basically the purpose of the cold call again is to go through as many numbers as possible until you find the people that's willing to do business with you, that's willing to talk with you, that's willing to book appointment with you. So it's very simple. You just need to it's basically brute force. You just need to be determined. Actually, it doesn't even need determination. You just need to set a goal, right? So like for example, my goal is every day to get on the phone and book at least one appointment. So before, actually my goal was not this frequent. So before, my goal was actually to get it was also get one appointment a day, but I wasn't very consistent on getting on the phone every single day. But now, because I really want to reach my goal, I'm really motivated, and so I just got married last year, so need to make more money, right? So I increased my income expectation. So it really got me motivated in getting on the phone every day. And ever since I made that decision to be on the phone every day, to start cold calling and to book at least one appointment a day, I feel a sense of power. I feel a sense of self-control. It gave me the energy. It gave me the power to control my destiny. So so this is what I want to share with you guys about this. Once you are determined, once you are consistent, once you put out action on a daily basis, and you will feel the power. You will feel the energy, and whatever you do is gonna come true, because you are so determined in turning at your dream into a reality. So this is what I want to share with you guys. So this is CHEN. Okay, I'll talk to you guys next time.